The dotCMS experiments feature allows you to perform A/B testing or simple multivariate testing on your existing dotCMS pages. We're going to click through into this Colorado page to see what it looks like. You'll see we're in the normal dotCMS page editor, and on the bottom right here there is an A/B icon which will get us to the experiments. I'm going to click through to this to show the experiments on this page. Since we don't have one, I'm going to create a new experiment, and I'm going to call it Optimize Promotion. And I'll add it here. Now, once the experiment is created, we can see the different properties of the experiment. The first thing you'll see is that we have variants. These are different variations of the page which we're going to be comparing. We start with the original and we can add new variants from there. There is a goal which we're going to set for this particular experiment. There's a bounce rate, exit rate, URL parameter. We're going to set the reach page goal, and this says that when a user reaches the experiment page and then they reach another page after that, we're going to consider it a conversion. Now we're going to define the page we want them to reach by saying that the URL of that contains store. What we're trying to do is maximize the click-throughs to our store with the promotion. Now, there's also a traffic load that you can set if you want to set up your experiment to have less than 100% of the traffic to this page, and you can schedule the experiment to start and end at some point in the future. I'm going to leave those at the default for now. Now, I need to create a variant. I'm going to create a new variant here, and I'm going to call it Add a Banner. Now, when I create a variant, it copies the original page. So my variant begins looking like the original page. I'm now going to go edit this, and you'll see that I'm back into the dotCMS page editor, and I'm going to just make a really simple change to this. This page, you'll see it has text. It doesn't have any images in it. I'm just going to go add a banner here and drop the Colorado and the Rockies banner in there. I'm going to consider that done. Now I'm going to go back and I've got it set up. I now have two variants, the original and I've got Add a Banner. You'll see that they are set up with a 50-50 weight. You can actually choose if you want to change the weight. You can route more people to either the original or one of the variants if you want. We're going to leave it at 50-50 here. And now that I've got everything set up for the experiment, I'm going to go ahead and start it. The experiment was started successfully. Now we need to collect some data on this. So what I'm going to do is pause for a moment while I go generate some data, and then we'll come back and take a look at the results. All right, now that I've taken the time to generate some data, let's click into the experiment to look at the results. You'll see at the top here it shows us how many sessions have been routed to the experiment so far. And what I did to generate data was I just created some sessions. I went to the page the experiment is running on, and dotCMS automatically randomly assigned each of those sessions to either the original page or to the variant. You'll see that we have a chart in the middle, which I'm going to come look at in a moment here. And you'll see on the bottom we have a summary table. Now in this summary table, you're going to see we show the original and we show each of the variants. We show the number of sessions that were routed to each of these and the number of conversions, and we calculate the conversion rate. There's two other numbers here you see, the probability to be best and the conversion rate range, and these are calculated using the Bayesian statistics. Coming back up to look at the chart, you'll see we have a simple chart here. This shows us the conversion rate per day for both the original and each of the variants. Now, we are showing a single day here, so this is a very simple chart. When you have a longer running experiment, you're going to see a conversion rate value for each of the days in the experiment. There's also a Bayesian chart. If you click on this, you're going to see a probability distribution calculated using the Bayesian statistics. Finally, coming back down to the summary table, you'll see that for each of the variants, you have the option to promote that variant. So if at any point while the experiment is running or after the experiment is completed, you decide that you want to use this variant as your page, you can hit the promote button. That will stop the experiment if it's still running, and then it will overwrite the original with the variant that you just promoted. So this allows you to very easily decide that you've got a variant that's working better and to replace the original page with the new, better working version of that page.